Very good day and welcome to Health is Wealth. My name is Joseph Kadri. On today's edition of the program, our discussion will be on the importance of instant formula to children, especially in Nigeria. Of course, no doubt that the world is talking about exclusive breastfeeding. Yeah, but it can come when a healthy breastfeeding mom has to actually embark on that, yes. Yeah, but after the breast feeding of 6 exclusive months, what happens? Of course, the child will be introduced to other complementary food. And that includes some formulas and, of course, some other, we call it hard food. And for those born premature, what happens? Of course, there are some instant formulas that they should be given so they can stay alive. While we talk about the need for well-meaning Nigerians to come to the aid of many who are who have difficulty in actually taking care of themselves, those who have difficulty in actually having 3 square meals daily, those who have difficulty in paying medical bills. The appeal has been on to well-being Nigerians and, of course, those in the government circle, politicians. One will wonder why royalties have not taken these upon themselves to reach out to those that are poor and needy. It is a bit shocking to see royalties, even in the FCT, reaching out to people. It's a thing that one, of course, will just be asking himself question, because royalties most time wait for subject to reach out to them. Royalties sit in the palace and expect their subject to come and tender what they have brought to, of course, service the palace. But this time, the reverse is the case. And here we are going to be discussing all of that through Chief Dr. Chetachi Ekton Diko. Very good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
And then we have His Royal Highness, who is also in this, of course, Dr. Martins. You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Dr. Martins Amak.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's start quickly with, of course, one would say Lolo. Whatever you want to say, she is, of course, from, she has blue blood and is flowing in her vein. Beside that, we have seen her on the field reaching out to people. The recent is the free distribution of instant formulas and wellness product to women and children here in Abuja. Why are you always in this?
Well, like I said before, it is my passion. It is my passion to reach out to those in need, regardless of who they are. It doesn't matter the religion or the culture or whatever. It is my nature. It is what I love to do, to give back to those in need, especially the widows, the orphans, the less privileged in the world, in the country, especially here in Nigeria, where there are so much need.
So, but how do you come about, reaching out to those class of people that have difficulties in feeding their children? Those class of people, of course, that could not provide at least a square meal for themselves, and you're able to just bring them out from their corners.
You know, it is quite easy because, we will go to those communities and meet the chiefs or the kings and ask them, because they're the best. They know their subjects very well. So they're the ones that knows those in need. So we go to the grassroots. We just don't go and publicize on the air, listen, come, or on this day to this venue, we're giving, baby formulas out, or we're giving anything out, or we're doing medical missions. No, we reach out to those in need. We go straight to the communities, straight to where they are, and we get them. And even if they don't have any transportation, we make sure that we try our best to provide transportation as well.
Wow. Okay, let's get to Dr. Martins. Tell us what you feel about this.
Yeah.
Instead of having subjects coming to meet royalties are now going to meet the subjects.
Yeah, when you look on it, it is how you're meant to be. As a royalty, you are there for your people, to take care of them, to make sure they are feeling well, to make sure they are okay. You understand? So when such opportunity comes, it's left for every royal highness or every royalty to make sure he reach to his people, to gather them together, for them to receive the blessing. I call it a blessing, because when somebody a royal blessing, yes. So if an individual decide to help, it's not helping the royalty alone; it's helping the entire village or the entire community. So it's left for the king or the chief in the place to reach out to his people, to bring them out, so that everybody will benefit from it.
Yeah, but we'll play that clip now. The PD can play it. What you see there is that it is not particularly for those that are from her kindred or from her immediate community in the southeast, but it actually was for everyone as far as the person has life and the person is breathing. That is what I'm talking about. Let's take a look at that and then we'll come back. Worried by the increased number of people that cannot afford 3 square meals daily, and the fact that many of them cannot purchase drugs to tackle various health challenges facing them. It is for this reason the founder, Every Life Matters Foundation, who also doubles as the founder When in Need Foundation, embarked on a free distribution and wellness products to residents of the Federal Capital Territory. One after the other, the women and children came forward for their packs.
And this is food. This is not formula. This is food. Yes, the baby wipes.
Speaking on what informed her decision, the founder, Chief Chetachi Ekton Diko, says there is the need to reach out to as many that are in need, irrespective of one's level of income.
Currently in Nigeria right now, a lot of people are starving. I have done a lot for families and adults. And when you look at the children are also starving. So today is only for the children, the infants. And I want to give them just not only baby formulas, I also want to give them what is called Ensure. And Ensure is a supplementary, food. So if it's a child that the parents cannot afford 2 square meals or 3 square meals, that Ensure will serve as a meal. Or 2 cans of the Ensure can serve as 2 meals for that child. There's a lot of, children that are malnourished. And looking at them, it doesn't suit my mission and my soul. So
some of the beneficiaries expressed gratitude for the kindness towards them.
I feel excited because I didn't expect this. I really feel excited. It's a good thing. Humans like us doing something for fellow humans is very good, and children will be appreciating this. By the time they are grown up, we'll tell them that this is what we received from so place, from Medicare Hospital. They'll be happy too.
I'm very excited, and may God bless mommy, and may God provide for her more and more. May God bless her more and more and provide for her to be taking care of the ones that they didn't have. Thank you very much.
K Medicare Hospital has hosted lots of free medical missions and free distribution of instant formulas to children. Of course, look at what that lady said, humans blessing humans. That's just how the world should be. So tell us how you come about these and your most time people will say, how is she getting her funding? Maybe somebody is, maybe the government is helping her, maybe the government is giving her money. Tell us about it.
Nobody's giving me any money, please. It is my passion, I know what it is to be hungry. I know what it is for children to be hungry, because I've been one of those in need. And my children, they they have been one of those in need. So whenever I see any little child in need, hungry, I remember my own children when we didn't have any food, when I couldn't feed my children. So that's why you see me do the things I do. Everything I do comes from my heart. And everything I do comes from my experience. Nobody's funding me. I'm not having any collaboration with any government or so on and so forth. Instead, I'm a Dane in Order of St. George, and sometimes I call them to help me source out what I need. And this time is baby formulas, because I know that there's a lot of children. I don't know how many millions of children here that are starving. So I decided, you know what? This is the time to give back to the children, especially the infants. Let me tell you, how can a mother breastfeed when the mother cannot actually feed? It is very difficult.
Exactly.
You know, so I decided, you know what, I have to bring infants formulas, and I have to bring formulas from 0 month to maybe 2 years old, and then I have to also supplement the foods. I brought Ensures, and Ensures, they're the supplementary food that I talked about. If you're watching the video, I talked about them. They're like instant meals that you can give to your child. I also inquired, and I said, you know, why are there no custards? Because I remember as a little child growing up, I had custards, and I asked, how about custard? Are there no more custards in this country? They said, well, the people cannot afford custards because they're expensive. So I went out of my way to buy custards. So I actually inquired on the things that people are lacking, and I also added my own to that. So, you know, like I said, I know what it is to be hungry. I know what it is to be poor. And I know what it is to be where I am today. I cannot forget my humble beginnings. I can never do that. As money, I go to work. I work like every other person, you know. And whatever I get paid, I put it into giving back, into my charity. Put it back into giving back. And also my children also remembers their humble beginnings, and they also help. You know, my children help sometimes. They said, you know what, mommy, I can buy a meal or 2 meals for a child that is in need. So my family all were into all this giving. I'm talking about me and my children. Yes.
Are you open for partnership?
Yes, of course. But you know what? Partnership, yes. But I do not want to partner with anybody or any agency that doesn't know what it means to be a giving person, that doesn't have that passion, that doesn't have a compassion for those in need. I will not partner with such individuals, and I will not partner with anybody who's after money. I will not do that, because I'm not about money. To be honest with you, I'm all about giving. So if a partnership comes and it's all about money, or it's all about, you know, fame, and all about, you know, let this person see me doing this so that I can get somewhere. No, I don't want to do that. You know, I'm not asking for anything in return. I've never done anything for the past 20 years as in terms of my charity, and I requested for anything in return. Whatever I'm doing it out of my heart. I don't want anything in return. All I want to do is just give, and give out of my heart because of love.
Yeah, Dr. Martins.
Yeah.
Let's also look at an aspect that is also key to helping humanity. Yes, she's not open. I mean, she's open,
yes,
but open to those that have genuine intention.
Yes.
How can we go about that?
Yeah, actually, she's doing a good job. The job of humanity is not a child's play. All this involve money, not just money, millions. To reach out to people, it involves a lot of money. And it's a blessing to the country, this country, Nigeria. So when you look at Nigeria, you see there are so many people in need. Although the government are trying, they are doing their best to make sure things work out. But some individuals who have been helping the poor, who is using their own money, their own resources to reach out there. So to me, I believe government should, you know, come and partner with them to make sure they reach out to various places,
to more people.
Yeah, to more people, or places where they cannot be able to get to. Understand? So these are the kind of people we need in government. The kind of people we need, like, you know, government should work with, because they are already in the business. Like as she said she don't want a greedy people around her. She don't want people that like money. Bring money. So when you see the government of Nigeria now This somebody like Chief Chetachi is somebody need in this our country to help some people who are in need. So I don't know if I may say, like government have a good person here.
Yes, like we are seeing now, I think that is one of the medical missions where people came and they were taking care of their medical needs, we are taken care of. Yeah, so but while we do that, how do you take care of, you know, the health workers that we see most time from the beginning and to the end?
You see, I do everything myself. You know, I mean, I pay them also. Here in Nigeria, you really don't have volunteer per se, but even if they don't tell me to give them anything, I make sure I compensate them somehow. You understand? Because here everybody needs something. I mean, the government, there's so many people in need. Even those doctors and nurses, they are also in need.
Yes.
Most of them have not been paid for several months, you know. So how can they come to volunteer for me in any medical mission and I say bye-bye and thank you for coming? No, I cannot do that. They're also in need. I have to empower them as well.
So how often do you pick up the medical bills of the poor and needy? Because the last time we saw you, just treat him, I'll pay. You know, it's overwhelming.
I know, but I have to do that. How can you come for my medical or my whatever mission I'm doing, and then you're sick and you don't have money, and then I'll tell them to let you go? No, I'll have to tell them to, to treat you, and I'll pay for it. I mean, it doesn't really, let me tell you honestly, it really doesn't cost a lot to help a human being. It doesn't cost a lot to pay a medical bill. It doesn't cost a lot to feed someone else in need. It doesn't cost a lot to be your brother's or your sister's helper. So I pay. I mean, I can't imagine the last time that we did the feeding. I can't imagine how many children that I treated. Can you? I mean, we all cried. I know that I cried seeing a 2-year-old that looks like he's 8 months old. And then when you ask, how old is your child? 2 years old. And you're looking at the child, but the child looks like he's maybe 6 or 7 months old. I mean, I couldn't believe that. And there were so many of them. And that's why the mission took a little longer, because I kept feeding and I kept buying, I kept getting things to feed. I couldn't understand why we're so poor when Nigeria is supposed to be so rich. I don't understand that. I don't understand it up to today, why we're poor. Nigeria, we shouldn't have poor people here in Nigeria, not as the population says 2-point-something million.
Yeah, we understand you spent over 3 decades in the US, and after all said and done, you still find your way back to the country to reach out. And there are many people like that in the US, Europe, spread across the globe, and they are really far from the country.
Yeah, it's very difficult to go to the diaspora and tell them, listen, you can come back to Nigeria and help, because of the reputation of Nigeria. There is too much crime. I mean, they come here, they get ripped off.
Yeah, you are moving around so
because
so you can be an ambassador in this area.
Yes, because you know what? I tell people that my hands are clean and my heart is clean. I don't have any baggage on me, so I can move freely and do what that I want to do from my heart, which is my passion and which is giving. And when you're doing this kind of work that I am doing from your heart, then you are okay. You don't have nothing to be afraid of. You don't have to look behind your back. You don't have to look at who is chasing you down for anything. No, I'm not afraid. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. But it's difficult, to be honest with you. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, Doctor, how can we get those in the diaspora to also be part of this mission?
Yeah, like you said, she can be an ambassador for that, since she volunteered herself to do the work. Although, let me say, charity work is not just an ordinary work. I see it as her calling. You understand? Everybody has a mission on earth. You will see somebody who is very rich, wealthy, but he doesn't give out even to his nearest neighbor. You understand? But you see somebody that with a little, he keeps sharing with people, you know, trying to.
And there are many too that want to be there.
And there are many.
They are afraid.
Exactly.
How can we get?
There are many who are rich, wealthy, but they are afraid of giving. They don't know how to go about it, and they don't know who to give to for the person to reach out. Do you understand? So now, when seeing that Dr. Chetachi here, she had been into this for years. So to my own destiny, she can be the ambassador. Let me use the word ambassador here. So people will be using him, using her, I mean to say, to reach out to the less privileged. So the Nigerian can make her the ambassador. Yes.
Yeah. So
if it is possible.
No, it is possible. Our time is really fast, but you know, this is where most time we say, why don't you come and partner with us, pay for airtime so we can talk about this thing, you know, having more time on it. But before we go, what's your next step?
Well, my next step is that we're going to Imo State to do a mission, and then we're going to Lagos to do another mission. You know, like I tell everybody, everyone's life matters. Your life matters. Your life matters. Your life matters. Everyone's life matters. So here we're going to be touching the 36 states in Nigeria, and I will try my best to reach out to as many people as I can. So we'll be in Imo State, we'll be in Lagos State, and then you know what? I'll challenge you now. I'll challenge you, and I'll challenge this station to partner with me, and maybe before I return to the United States, I'll do, or we in collaboration can do, a charitable giving to people here in this community, because there's a lot of hunger here. And a lot of poor people here, so I would like to do that.
I'm sure the station will pick up that challenge.
I've challenged the station here, because I will, even if I do it the day before I travel, then so be it. Because I want to reach as many people as I can. There's so many people hungry in Nigeria.
All right, thank you so much for your time on the program, Chief Dr. Chetachi Ekton Diko, the founder. When in need, the founder, Every Life Matters, of course, the founder, K Medicare Hospital. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
To His Royal Highness Martins, you're welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so we'll, of course, end it here. Thank you for your time. We shall be here again next week, same time. My name is Joseph Carter.